Welcome to Wellness Wednesday for Open Doors Lanark Children and Youth. Today's topic is parenting through connection using a paceful parenting approach. You'll be hearing from Allison Gray, registered psychotherapist, and Sandra LeBlanc, registered social worker at Open Doors. Please note that today's video is meant for Ontario audiences only.
So we're going to begin by talking about parenting philosophy. So we'll talk about what children need, our belief systems, and the goals of parenting. So what children need, aside from their physical needs being met, they need connection. They need to feel loved, validated, heard, and understood.
We also need to think about what the belief system is regarding parenting. Barbara Coloroso, author of Kids Are Worth It, Raising Resilient, Responsible, Compassionate Kids, speaks of two beliefs. One, kids are worth it, and two, I will not treat a child in a way that I myself would not want to be treated. We need to recognize children's developmental stages. They think differently than adults. They tend to live in the moment, and they learn and experience their world through play. Gordon Neufeld, who's the author of Hold On to Your Kids, talks about how children want to do well, and they want to be good for those they are connected to. We need to believe in our child's desire to be good for us. Human beings are designed to seek out connection, and we need to nurture our child's natural tendency to want to be good. We are all doing our best. So instead of viewing our child's behavior in a negative light or as a personal attack, we must remember they are doing the best that they can. Behavior is communication, and it is our job to help discover what they are trying to tell us. Remember that you, as a parent, are also doing your best.
So the goals of parenting. Ultimately, we want to teach and guide our children. Children need to learn and understand and connect feelings to behaviors in order to develop and grow. We need to help children to be able to manage their emotions and develop thinking skills. So we first need to address the feeling and then connect the feeling to the behavior and to be able to use this as a learning opportunity. We want to be building and strengthening pathways in the brain. We want to connect feelings to behaviors so that we're strengthening these pathways in the brain. Remember, the brain is not fully developed until at least the age of 24. Using punishment doesn't help create these learning pathways that are going to be helpful to children. Teaching and mentoring children about emotions, setting limits and boundaries, and using consequences when appropriate helps develop their emotional intelligence.
So what now? So when we're presented with a behavior or a situation, first, what we need to do is pause. If it is not life-threatening, then you have time to respond. This is what Barbara Coloroso says. Next, you want to check yourself. How are you reacting to the behavior? What are you feeling? Check your own beliefs about the behavior. We must be in control of our feelings before engaging with our child. Look for the feeling under the behavior. Ask yourself, what does my child need? What do I need to respond to my child's need?
So, but how do we do this? And that's with an attitude of PACE. Dan Hughes' PACE model is an approach of 4 personal qualities which allow adults to support a child's development of their own self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and resilience. Over time and with practice, a child will gain strong tools to better understand and regulate their emotions. When a paceful approach is used, the child is able to feel safe and understood, which can help regulate the way they are feeling to then allow processing of the behavior and feeling.
PACE. So the P in PACE stands for playful. So here we want to be playful with our children by being lighthearted. This helps us to stay connected, engaging them to do things in a fun and playful way. It is a way to help regulate them if they are in a state of dysregulation. It's a way to change the trajectory or cut the emotional outbursts or end a power struggle.
The A stands for acceptance. We want to accept what the child is saying or doing. We're not agreeing or condoning the behavior. We're trying to accept what their experience is of the situation or what their feelings are. When we accept what the child is experiencing, we are connecting with their brain and they're feeling heard and understood. When they feel heard and understood, then we can move through the emotion to then eventually get to the problem solving and solution finding.
The C in PACE stands for curiosity. Here we are trying to figure out what is going on and understanding what is behind the behavior. We're trying to understand the inner world of the child without judgment or shame. We are wondering about what they are feeling and experiencing. So you might start with phrases like, I wonder, and guess what may be going on with your child, or asking the child what they think might be going on.
And lastly, the E is for empathy. We're trying to understand and showing our child that we understand. We're putting ourselves in their shoes, trying to go back and understand what the feeling or situation might be like for them. The more the child feels understood and validated, the more connected they feel and the more regulated they become in that moment. When we use paceful parenting, we're not using these qualities in a strategic order. We're just using them during a situation and providing our child what they need in that moment.
We're being calm and connected. So the key to this approach is respecting the child's experiences in order for them to develop awareness, self-regulation, and thinking skills. By using a paceful approach, we help children to reflect upon, understand, and manage their emotions more skillfully over time.
So the learning opportunity, when the child feels connected, safe, and understood by you, then you can move into limit and boundary setting, solution or problem solving, or discussing consequences if appropriate. Remembering that all feelings are okay and all behaviors are not. In a gentle, non-shaming way, you can talk about the rules, expectations, and consequences of the behavior.
Some final thoughts, that this is a practice. It's a way of being. You won't get it right all the time, and remember that you are doing your best. Changing philosophies and belief systems takes intentional and deliberate practice. And making changes as parents is difficult. You want to be gentle with yourself.
This is a list of references that were included in the presentation. And we want to thank you and stay tuned to see PACE in action on upcoming Wellness Wednesdays.